She thought it was so responsible of him to make that move because of my continual refusal to see how this stuff is a waste of money.
Can I get to the next paragraph? So after the honeymoon, I said, I'm not texting your mom again.
Yeah.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Guys, summer is in full swing, which means there's no better time to get out and explore. And just in time, Lectric is bringing you a fast and fresh new ride, the XP 3.0, their latest e-bike model featuring new hydraulic brakes.
Rediscover your independence this summer with an XP 3.0 from Lectric. Visit lectricebikes.com to learn more and explore the epic models Lectric has to offer. Dan.
That's LECTRIC ebikes.com.
We want to say a big thank you to our sponsor, Fitbod. Look, you are not the same person you were when the year started, so it's natural for your fitness journey to have its ups and downs, right?
Wherever you are in your fitness journey, get the most out of every workout with Fitbod.
Get 20% off your subscription at fitbod.me/DPT. That's fitbod.me/DPT. Love that.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town.
Population you.
Population Einbinder. Hannah. Einbinder, the third.
What's up?
The third? Are you the third?
And
Can we
second.
make you? Why don't women get the
I'm
thirds?
the first and the last.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, I'm the last.
They broke the
Einbinder.
mold, bitches.
There's nowhere to go but down from here. Genetically
book.
speaking.
There's nowhere to go but down. The Matt Lauer story.
Oh yeah, I'm the last heir.
You are to the
Einbinder.
throne.
I'm the last Einbinder.
And it is a throne. There is a full...
movie. It's a great
and
movie.
ends with you.
It's
The Last
a lazy
Einbinder
boy.
is a great movie.
It's a lazy boy and it's stained.
And it was found on the street on, bulky item pickup day, but it is yours.
But it's home. It's family.
It's home, it's family, it's comfy. It's comfy.
It's comfy.
Yes, there's a spring that's going to be up your ass.
And
know
yes, when
what?
you pull the lever, you're all the way back.
You're all the way
There is
back.
no mid-range.
But it's like, if I'm sleeping, let's go all the way back.
Let's go all the way back. That's Hannah's new, the title of her new comedy album. Let's go all the way back.
I have a story.
Yeah, let's do a story.
You
We
know
got
the
a
drill.
story.
People do dumb shit. We try to joke
I'm
around
ready.
about
We
it.
try and defeat it with comedy, and I'm so happy you're here to do this with
This
us.
was sent in by Matthew Friedman at Not Your Average Matt. Reminder to all you friends, Dumb People Town hashtag Dumb People Town. That's the way to say it.
At Sklar Brothers,
Sklar
at
Brothers
Daniel Van Kirk.
on Twitter.
And
Send
we'll
them there.
find it. It lets us know when you put it in
We
the
might
timeline.
jump over to Threads.
We may. We're up on Threads.
No, guys.
Don't do it.
No threads.
No Threads? Okay,
Just-
fine.
Can we end this?
Let's
Can
end
we
all
just
of it.
not be doing this?
Can we do no social media
no
at all?
soch, baby?
No
let's walk.
soch.
Let's touch some grass.
Same toxic, different Avenger.
But how will we how will we promote our shows to no one who will come? All right, so continue.
Ready?
Yes.
Don't even talk like. Don't
I
put
know,
that
I'm
negative
joking, I'm
energy
joking.
in the
I
world.
can't-
Carrier pigeon.
Okay, that's
There are
actually.
That would be.
methods.
We're up on
Did you
Carrier.
get my pigeon?
We're up on
Are you up
Carrier.
on
Did you get my
Carrier?
pigeon?
Are you up on Carrier?
Dude, I'm verified on
I
Carrier.
DM'd you on
That
Carrier.
they should have called it pigeon.
Dude, I blocked
Okay.
2 crows who were just giving my
I mean,
pigeon
they were
so
just
much
talking
shit.
a lot of shit.
Guys, we're about to play a game that we love. I think Randy loves it more than anybody.
I love. Who's the asshole?
Who's the asshole?
I love
It's
this
my
game so
thing.
much.
You
Yes.
know this.
It's
on
a Reddit thing. So like,
Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole? And I usually, this is what happens to me. I change like 3 times in a story.
Okay.
I come in.
That's when it's fun.
Well, Dan unfolds it, so he's like,
Sure.
it's like the show Alone. You know, we were talking about
New
Alone.
episodes are up on Netflix.
Alone, where they
shit.
drop a bunch of survivalists into the wilderness up in the north.
By themselves.
Yes, saw
And they
this.
get you to think you know who's going to win in the first 5 minutes, and you're wrong. Marine, he has no wife
Oh,
or
remember the
kids.
guy who faked a heart attack?
No.
I was like, dude, you're
Oh,
just
yeah.
having a panic
You're just
attack.
having a fantasy. He doesn't know.
He didn't fake that.
I agree. He probably
By
didn't know.
himself.
So there's the guy who has no kids, wife, whatever.
Where like he in the first day he builds like a 2-story house. I'm like, why do you need?
Why do you need a
two-story
sunken
house?
bath? All right, so then
You know who usually wins? The person who gets very little airtime in the first episode, but you just catch when they say, love my wife and kids. I spend a lot of time away from home. They're like, oh, okay, you're already used to this. That's who usually
I
wins.
hate my life more than anybody here, so
there's a
No,
woman who
there's
was
a guy.
like,
There's a guy. The guy who's like whittling, antlers from a moose he killed from the boat that dropped him off, and
and
he's like, he's gonna be here forever, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a
and like
sudden,
5 minutes in the first episode, like a tear forms in his eye, and he's like, "That squirrel reminds me of my dead brother." We're like, "Get the
gone.
boat,
Call the boat.
call the
He's
fucking
gone."
boat. He is out of here."
Then meanwhile, there's like one woman who's like, I don't hunt, I just forage for berries. We're like, do not drop her off. Do not. Do not drop her
Meanwhile,
off.
she lasts longer than everyone else.
They forget about her, and 3 seasons later, they come back to the same spot, and they're like, Beth, oh my
God,
you're-
she's still
Damn.
here.
She's still here.
She's open to school.
And how are her pants tight?
She gained weight. She ate 17 berries and a leech in 3 years. And she
All right, you ready to do it?
Let's
Yes.
do it.
Based on the headline, you can tell me right away if you want who you think the asshole is.
Okay, I will check in.
Vegan bride furious as groom axes all veggie options from wedding without telling
I'm
her.
so mad at this groom. Don't do it.
Screw you. You know who she is.
You know who you married.
do this for her.
I'm
like
having
you
a
don't
crazy
care.
We didn't do this story, right?
We didn't do this story.
No, we've done plenty of like
Wedding
We
shit.
did the wedding one where the bride wanted it to be silent.
We did the wedding one where the bride and her best friend wanted their dogs to get married at the wedding, and the guy was like, "We can have a separate ceremony for the
I'm
dogs."
having the
Nope,
weirdest
it's gotta happen
Mandela
at the
effect
wedding.
that we
Oh my
did this.
God.
No,
And
we
it's
didn't.
my
Dan.
own story, which
so
is
I'm
wild.
mad. I'm mad at
Right
the,
now, I'm mad at the husband.
Vegan bride furious
For
as groom
sure.
axes all veggie options from wedding without telling her.
The without
Yes.
telling her part is the hard part.
That
he's
is
the asshole.
so. He's the asshole.
He is
yeah,
the
it's
asshole.
like trust. You got to trust.
It almost feels, and I put this story in here, it almost feels like there's no way he isn't going to be the asshole.
Well, if he's
not possible.
But
okay.
there must be some
Dan,
turn
will
if I
tell
even
you-
thought this was good enough.
I will tell you how he wouldn't be the asshole. I'll flip it. Vegan bride is furious at husband for adding a meat option to their menu. All right, now you're the asshole. If he wants to add a meat option,
Right, because
marriage
is
is
a
about
marriage.
compromise.
It's a marriage.
You gotta
Marriage is a
compromise.
Marriage. Okay. Here we go. Who's the asshole? A vegan bride has expressed her anger after her husband-to-be decided to get rid of every vegan option on their wedding menu without telling her, meaning she'll have nothing to eat on her big day.
at her own
I would
wedding.
say their big day, but hers as well.
Yeah, but I mean, at her own wedding, you had the two
Let's
people.
be clear. It's her big day.
It's
Like
her-
It is her
weddings
big day.
are just. I have realized this. Weddings are normal people's one night to be a movie star.
That's it.
I say the same exact thing.
It is like, this is my red carpet premiere of the
Thank
movie
you.
that I'm starring in. I
Yes.
have 3 outfit changes. I
Yes.
have hair and makeup.
Yes.
Everybody's here
There's a
for
song and
me. The
dance number.
camera, the dance, the ceremony.
Yes.
Like, it is like princess stardom. It is like all of that wrapped into one. Like, it is obviously a tool that has historically been used to like create ownership over women, but it has also been spun into this like
You're the
one
princess.
night only.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
gonna take it back.
Yeah, like it's
Well, but also, I would ask anybody who doesn't, subscribe to this philosophy. When the groom walks down the aisle, does everyone get up and turn around?
No, they're usually already standing there.
They're already standing there.
They usually come
fucking
in from a
go
side
out.
door.
The groom is like the wrestler in professional wrestling who's in the ring
already in the
already.
ring
He
when they're
doesn't even have
announcing
like
the other
a.
guy.
He doesn't even have a warm-up
not only
jacket.
does she walk out and then she's unveiled.
Yes, like
Like
Right. Already in the ring,
on.
Steven gonna lose. Okay.
Dave
it's
Pohl,
gorgeous Jimmy Garvin against Mike Stone. And you're like
Rick Scott.
the groom is Mike Stone.
okay.
Of course. The woman explained she and most of her family members follow a plant-based diet, and she had been planning on adding around 4 or 5 vegan dishes to her wedding menu alongside the meat eater option,
He's the asshole.
so that everyone had plenty of choice over what they ate.
Yes.
So
That's
he's-
what a normal freaking person does.
This is this guy. Hey, listen, we're gonna kill. She's like close to him. We're gonna kill all that. We don't need the cauliflower.
does
We don't
sound
need the
like-
cauliflower souffle.
A like thinly plotted out like rom-com where he's trying to see what he can do to get her to call it off.
He is a hunting
Yeah,
blogger.
I'm just going. Yeah, I'm like, this is not a person who wants to participate in a marriage with her or a
At
marriage
all.
at all.
At all.
No.
What are we doing here?
She's waiting for the pre-wedding photos that are supposed to be happening with the bridal party on the beach. She texts him and he's like, "I'm on hole 14. I'll be there in 9 minutes. I'll be there in
I
like
hate his
90
ass.
minutes."
Right.
Like this
Also,
is the guy who's like,
if
"I'm
she were to go-
golfing on
if-
my wedding."
If she were to go, hey, so it's over, like we're not getting married,
Yeah.
and he's like, because I didn't want veggies at my fucking wedding, I'd
Yeah.
go, no, that is obviously an issue. It's that you didn't tell
Tell me.
So
Like, we didn't
you
have
and I are
this
supposed to
discussion.
fucking pick out a house together
Yeah.
someday. We're supposed to pick what school our kids go to.
He
maybe?
went on
like
he
we
went
can't
on a
even do this
podcast.
without you telling me.
Dan, he went on a podcast, and his friends on the podcast are like, "You're having what at your wedding?" And then he's like,
You're going to let her boss
"We're gonna
you
call
around.
the caterer on this podcast and cut that."
You
stuff
going to
out."
let her boss you around and put some freaking tofu up at your
And
wedding?
let me just say one thing. Like, I was vegan for 5 years. I can report live and say that veganism has changed to a place where, like, plant-focused, like, vegetable-focused
Yes.
dishes can be really incredible.
Gracias, madre.
Like,
Yes.
like the cuisine has come so far.
restaurant
Like,
here.
you can do it without a spot of tofu on the whole thing. Like,
No,
you can do it in a
100%.
way
An
that is
Impossible
amazing.
Burger. When we were in Austin, Texas, we went to P. Terry's, and late night I had like a Beyond Burger, an Impossible Burger. I couldn't tell.
I would
literally
challenge
could not tell.
any person in Wisconsin to come eat the nachos at Gracias Madre with me and not love them.
Yeah. Right. It's the same damn shit.
Okay, here we go.
Eat that, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Eat that.
Well,
meat
there's
blogger.
vegan people
He's
there,
a
but
meat blogger.
Those Wisconsin people know who I'm picturing.
Yeah, we know.
But the woman's fiance and his mom, remember, because she said she wanted everybody to have a choice over what to eat. But the woman's fiance and his mom were staunchly, this is from the Mirror, but I don't know if she is, were staunchly against the idea, claiming that vegan food wasn't real food and insisting that any guest who didn't want to eat meat could just have a salad instead.
I would substitute. Your ideas aren't real ideas, honey.
I mean, the way that this is such a Republican ideology, like the way that this is political, she's like, I'm eating meat.
Right.
Like, it's
it
so...
ain't real food.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
After failing
who's the
to
mom?
reach
Paula
an
Deen?
agreement, the bride-to-be then claimed that her future husband decided to go behind her back and make changes to the menu without telling her, removing all vegan options. In a post on Reddit, which is where this lives, she said,
When you go to Reddit, that means you're like, I'm looking for some support.
or a conspiracy.
No. She wants a landslide of public support so she can go back to this guy and be like,
Or
look what the
porn
world says.
gifs. You want those too.
I have receipts.
Of those. My fiance and I are getting married soon. This is what she wrote. There wasn't much that we disagreed on during the wedding planning except for food. My family are vegans, and there are so many reasons why we chose this lifestyle, and one of them being that we have a history of health issues. My fiance and his family are the complete opposite. They're hardcore meat eaters, which is fine by me, obviously.
She's cool with it.
However, when deciding on the wedding food menu, I wanted to add 4 to 5 vegan options. My fiance and his mom objected, saying it was a waste of money over food that, quote, isn't real food.
Wait, who's paying for the wedding?
I bet we get to that.
Who's paying for the
They
wedding?
also argued that this would be offensive to their guests
How is that offensive?
and suggested my vegan options just be, quote, the good old salads and appetizers. I mean, I do
Good
love a good
old.
app. I said no, because for one, it's me and my family who's paying.
Oh, snap!
This guy doesn't
Hannah,
even have.
if you are not watching Dumb People Town,
Her
Hannah,
brain
to
is about
see-
to explode.
this guy does not have a tofurkey leg to stand on.
I'm gonna have to go marry her. That's the only way to solve this.
we're going to give her her day.
we're gonna give her her day.
Step in and man up and marry this woman.
You'll even allow her to be the bride at that wedding. You're gonna stand in a
100%.
tuxedo at the altar. Okay, fine.
100%.
you don't get to walk down the aisle and have your moment.
No problem.
You're going to do it for her.
But you are going to
It's for
demand.
her.
But you are going to demand a chuppah.
yeah. Well, she'd have to convert, but yeah.
to
Yeah,
Judaism.
that's all she would. She'd just have to convert.
You
but
just
yeah,
have to
no,
convert
I
to
would.
Judaism. I'll
yeah.
be a vegan. I don't care.
We're doing zoodles as a main. Okay, go ahead.
We'll re-rack. I said no because for one, it's me and my family who's paying.
Yes.
And two,
Done.
I want to make my guests feel welcome and not
Yes.
be treated as second-class citizens by being served
I wouldn't
salad.
say second-class citizens.
My
Yeah,
fiance.
that's-
now she's being a little
Uh-oh.
dramatic.
Uh-oh, queen.
Uh-oh. Flair
Well,
for the
after she
dramatic.
converts, she's
Uh-oh,
going to
singing
understand
that.
how problematic that is when she realizes her Jewish
My
heritage.
fiance,
We're-
she said, we don't want to be
Educator.
second-class citizens by being served salad. She must have said that in quotes because she said, my fiance made a face and said, isn't that what vegans eat? Have you guys ever talked?
Have you been in the same? Have you
starting
looked
to-
in your fridge?
I don't want to victim blame, but at some point in this story, I'm going to start wondering what got you this far
It's
with
It's like the
this
this.
Kurt
guy.
Braunohler bit about the woman who had 100,000 bees in her wall.
10 wasn't enough. 15 didn't get you out of your
love that.
You didn't
chair.
hear buzzing at 50. Like we, we had
55,000. You didn't
Dan.
ask a neighbor. Do you hear that?
we had 10,000 bees outside of our.
Which, by the way, is what Malcolm Gladwell says is how many bees
That's
you need
the
in order to
tipping point.
master the bee situation.
That's the tipping point.
10,000 bees.
10,000 bees. I didn't understand it. No, but we had like a bunch of bees
Yeah.
were flying around
Enough to
outside,
be
and I'm
like,
like, I
let's deal
think
with
there's a
this.
problem. And then we called the beekeeper over, and he's like, you got 10,000 bees in here. That was 10,000. So like, you're clearly not paying attention to the signs, as Kurt Braunohler would brilliantly say.
So yeah,
So many. You got this
How
far.
badly do you need to be married that you're putting up with this asshole?
I refused to argue about it and said it was final. She was adding these options.
Yes.
The woman then confronted
Put
her
your
husband-to-be, who claimed that she had failed to accommodate his family with
Why?
her menu, even though there were always meat options available.
At some point, she had to say, you're being impossible about this.
Right.
You're being beyond.
This is an issue in our society globally. Why do you care how someone lives their life if it doesn't infringe
Dan,
on
I was
you?
That's
thinking
why I'm
the exact
saying
same
it's
thing.
Republican.
People who are like-
this is the problem.
People who are like, I paid off all my student loans. They shouldn't get theirs free. What?
Dan.
Why do you care
So
that someone else's life is made better that doesn't
Because, Dan,
negatively
because-
Gay
affect
marriage
yours?
does not abolish straight marriage.
That's right. So I think what people
Period.
are seeing right now is that people who are victims and actual victims are receiving a lot of attention. And so the people who are not victims are like, wait, I want some of that victim
Maybe,
attention.
yeah.
I'm a victim here.
I'm a
Your
victim.
choices, even though they don't eliminate my choices, make me a victim. Pay attention to me. It's all about
But I
attention.
get if somebody goes, fuck, I wish I didn't pay mine. I'd be like, I hear you. Things changed, and now
This is the ultimate
people going forward, aren't you
example.
happy they won't have the struggle you had?
Dan, is there, I would say to that person and anybody who's offended by whatever plate is sitting in front of them, by whatever plate are being ordered at this place,
Right.
what is sitting in front of you? Probably a T-bone steak. Do you care 3 tables over that there's like a different thing sitting in front of another person? How does that affect what you're eating?
This
the metaphor.
story is that we are seeing fascism at play. This is fascism.
You can't be against things like what people want to eat that doesn't affect you. You can't be against people getting student loan forgiveness, which they'll probably just keep lying about so that I keep voting for them.
Yeah.
You can't get those. You can't be mad at those things and love the movie It's a Wonderful Life.
Nope, you can't.
You can't.
cannot.
Because what about all those people in fucking George Bailey's house?
your money's
That had to-
his house.
It was good. It was good.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just fighting the urge to do my Jimmy
I know,
Stewart.
Dan.
So-
I know you are, Dan. I
Dan,
feel, I sense it bubbling up in
going
you.
for it.
You know what? I am gonna overcome.
Do it.
Okay,
Overcome
here we
it.
go. No, I'm mad that you did it. All right.
You took his thing, Dan.
I'm sorry. Where was I?
Paid. She paid.
Yeah.
she paid. So
So
her
we're
and her
paying for it.
family
Right,
paid.
fine
Cut it
by
out.
me. I said no. I really lost where I was. Good
That's
old
okay.
appetizers.
But-
No, here I got it.
Okay.
Okay. She confronted them with a family menu, even though they were always meat options available. She added, I called him at work, but he kept hanging up on me.
Oh,
I went
my
straight to his workplace and confronted him there and just
Yes.
flipped out on him.
Yes.
He was stunned
And
to
by the
see
way,
me.
always,
He was stunned to see me.
You're a woman who drove herself here?
Yeah, literally.
literally.
He at first said it was his mom's idea.
By the way, if I were her friend, if she was my best friend,
Okay.
I would say, do not go to work and go off on him.
Also, don't
because
go to the church.
Don't go to work and go off on this guy. That is not, even though you have every right to.
Really?
This is not going to help you
Fuck
out in
him.
this instance. Go off on him, not at work, because you don't want him to then turn to other people and be like, see, this is what she is.
I don't know.
See, hysterical, crazy over
Crazy.
here.
I don't know.
Don't
Crazy.
give him
I
any
don't know.
fodder. Your point is correct. Let's pick the right time to do this.
He at first said it was his mom's idea, then told me to go home because I was making a scene at the office. The fight continued at home, and he defended himself by saying that I sort of made him resort to doing this after I kept brushing off his thoughts and input and refusing to accommodate his family. The only part that's
Gaslighter.
relevant is the last part. You did this because I didn't accommodate your asinine fucking
Right.
wishes. That's why.
She did.
You know why I brushed you off?
There
Because
was
the
always a
conversation
meat
was
option.
over. when
So
I
you
said
know
I'm
what
not
his
doing that.
family is pushing? This is what I.
There's no
sincerely
way
believe.
it comes back to
His
his
family
side.
is like, if you give in on this, you're gonna give in on everything. You're
And
never
that's
gonna
how
have
marriage works.
Right.
You give in on things,
Like,
and they
what?
give in on
Oh
things.
my
if you
Also,
give
this
in-
isn't even a give-in thing. It's I
I
can't.
know. I agree.
You're gonna be sleeping in pink pajamas.
Yeah.
Under in a feather bed.
You're gonna be married to a pig. No,
Sounds
I'm
literally awesome. By
I
the way.
agreed.
pink pajamas.
Sounds great.
In a feather
Quote,
bed.
she keeps writing, but there were plenty of meat options. Why can't I get 4 or 5 vegan options when I'm paying for it? He yelled that it was his wedding too, not my family's. My family said it was fine and they'll figure it out and told me to let it go. Her family told her to let it go.
What?
But I refused.
Good for you.
This woman has no ally.
What's the
know.
dowry on this?
Like, what is this about?
This is
She then asks, am I the asshole for putting my foot down?
Not at
No,
all.
queen.
And
Not
I am
at
sure,
all.
Dan,
Not
everyone
in
is.
the
Run,
Well-
girl.
I've got an update.
Oh, baby.
snap.
Come on.
Oh shit.
Do you think they got, I don't even know. I don't remember. Do you think they ended up getting married?
No.
No
way.
No.
No.
I pray to God they did.
Or the only way
One
they
ceremony, 2 separate receptions.
thank you. It's like two
No, I'm joking.
They only
Oh,
have 2
I was like-
bathrooms.
Yeah.
Update. So this is what she wrote. So his mom messaged me. This is after she posted all this. Earlier, trying to get me to listen to what she had to say after I kept ignoring her phone calls.
She came down to my work.
She sent long walls of text to just to address what I did at her son's workplace,
caps, all
calling
caps.
it all kinds of stuff from immature to unhinged. Do you want to?
Guess what else is
in
unhinged?
this
A
family.
long wall of text.
Yeah.
She then went to explain how she's noticed that me and my family kept acting dismissive of her son's input and contributions to the wedding.
And then
This is-
I
this
would
is
just
what
write,
about ism
I
now?
would just
Well,
write
what
back
about-
to I would just write back to that text what input.
You know what I'd write back? Unsubscribe.
Stop in capitals.
New phone, who did?
This customer is no longer interested in reserving this correspondence.
Take it to Facebook,
Hit
bitch.
stop.
Type stop to reply.
She said that she noticed my behavior towards him and her entire family and wanted to speak up earlier but didn't. And she's such a great person.
Yeah.
And tried to keep the peace. She then went on to address the food menu issue and denied her involvement in the cancellation of the vegan option, but that didn't mean she doesn't support her son's decision. Moreover, she thought it was so responsible of him to make that move because of my continual refusal to see how this stuff is a waste of money.
Can I get to the next paragraph? So after the honeymoon, I said, I'm not texting your mom.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see their vows.
I mean-
She also pointed out how I kept saying I paid for it. Yeah, because that's
You did
so
pay for it.
fucking relevant.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Only
said-
because that's a fact. is
That's
the
the
reason.
shutdown
Right.
argument.
And
That's
said that
the end.
technically this isn't just my money. It's mine and his because we're getting married. Not yet.
Not yet.
She suggested I wisen up and get rid of quote my money I paid for it mentality. Isn't that how things work?
So if I'm her, I say, all of this sounds great. Thank you for sending this note.
You've written
This
too much
is the
in my
last. You will not see your grandchildren ever.
Oh my god. Oh my
And
god.
as you go into your grave wishing you had met
Absolutely
your
vital.
grandchildren, and
even
as you
that.
go, as they're lowering your casket into the grave, as they're lowering your dead bones into the grave, you everyone around will be like, "What was her relationship with her grandchildren? She didn't have one."
Yeah, your gravestone's only gonna say wife, mother.
Yes,
That's so.
it's not going to say when
The survive list in your obituary is going to be very short.
So you're
gonna
going to say
say-
grandmother crossed out.
No,
Yeah.
when your grandkids say, "Where are you going today this Sunday morning, Mom?" Say, "I'm meeting a friend for a thing."
Yeah.
Your funeral.
I'm going to a party.
Your funeral celebration.
Enjoy being a member of the Red
celebration of
Hat
death.
Society
So
and not talking about
Yeah.
grandkids.
Yeah.
She finally mentioned how bad this whole situation is making me look and said that she and her son had already offered a number of compromises, salad, that I chose to brush off and decided to
Why don't
make
you
it
marry your
a
mom?
weird, or to try, I decided to make it my weird hill to die on.
Weird.
There's
hill.
so much condensation.
Oh,
here.
God.
Condensation and
Yes, love it.
Jay, did you
She
just
said-
condescend to Dan for
There you
his
go. I know I
condensation
wanted it.
comment? Okay, fine.
She said that not only her son is upset, oh, I care, but she and the family are as well after hearing about it and suggested I just agree on their compromise and be done with
Talk
it.
about a weird hill to die on. You're dying on your hill.
This pissed me off beyond belief.
Sure.
I responded by letting her know that I'm still standing my ground on this, even if I have to call the whole wedding off because of it. Because honestly, this is just ridiculous.
It is.
My mom and dad, they don't even know what to say anymore. Apparently, my fiance saw my
They're
response
2 weeks
to her.
from only eating vegan food.
Apparently, my fiance saw my response to her because he's with her right now and is now trying to call me. But right now, I'm waiting on him to get home and see if he's still insisting on the stance he took. At some point,
she's giving him a lot of chances. That's
Guys,
too much leeway.
At some point, she is an idiot.
She's got to stop.
She's also dumb.
This really upsets me because it just speaks to like how many women clearly feel that they need to get married.
They need to get married. You
Fill
don't need to
some
get
sort
married.
of a void, like
That's right. Yes.
to meet some sort of a standard. How could I risk the embarrassment of calling off a wedding? How could I,
All the invitations are already out.
Fear-based like motivations for life choices that are so big and that they would put themselves in a situation that is so deeply disrespectful.
In 3 years, and that I'm being generous, in 3 years, no one will care what your wedding was like, and no one will care that you called it off.
Not one person.
And I'm being generous.
By the way,
generous.
if people love you, they'll go, "Oh yeah, great, thank
Good
God."
for you.
Great
You
call.
dodged a meat-flavored bullet.
Yes. We'll get out of here on this.
How old?
How old are they?
Wait, do you
Are they
know
the
that you
same
don't have an
age?
update, Dan?
That's the
That was the update.
Is
So
that
we
she's
don't
now
know.
fighting with the mom.
Okay. Now finding
Oh
them.
my
All right. How old
God.
are they both?
Yes.
Are they the same age? I'll go
No.
first, and then you can go either second
Yeah.
or third. She's 34,
Okay.
and he's 29.
Okay.
Whoa.
It's a 5-year split there.
She's vegan. Her whole family's vegan. His family, they're still.
I love that she's doing the math in her head out loud.
His family's Arby's.
This is like a beautiful
Carry the
mind.
two.
They have the meats. Carry the. Did you say carry the
I
two?
did carry the two.
I love about
I'm
you.
gonna go ahead and say that she is,
Randy, you think he's
32.
older? Okay, she's 32.
and he is 35.
Okay, so 35, 32, and I think the other way, 29
You
is
think
the
he's
guy
younger.
and 34
Yeah.
is the guy. 30 is the guy.
Okay.
27 is the woman.
Okay. The ages, I will give them in order of him and then her.
Okay.
Are, get your answers in now, Townie.
Shout
Also,
out your ham radios.
I'm very curious. I don't want you to I'm not going to interact with you. But if you think he's right, just
I would love to hear a case.
I would
Make
just-
the case.
I would
Make
just
the case.
I just want to know if there's any person. I'm not happy for them if
No.
they are this person. But if there's any person who thinks he's right, that would also blow my mind.
Blow
Yeah.
my mind.
Okay. He is 31.
Oh, I said 30.
You said 30. Jay.
She is 25.
Oh, I said
Oh,
27.
that's explaining a lot.
She's-
Girl.
They can't get married. This
He said
cannot
girl.
happen. I'll be over my
Girl.
dead body. I'm referring to
Boy.
the guy when I'm like, girl,
Boy.
don't do that.
31, 25.
He's a boy who needs to grow up, and she's a girl who has her whole life in front
There
of her.
you go.
Girl, you're 25,
You
girl.
have so much ahead of you.
You don't need this.
Go
Don't
have a
do
life.
it, girl.
You don't
need
need
this.
Go have a summer. All right, there you go. That's story number 1 down the books. When we come back, we'll find out what everybody here is doing and everybody has going on, so you can follow, support, watch, and love. This is Dumb People Town with our lovely, lovely friend Hannah Einbinder, who I love, love, love. I'm so happy she's here. We'll be right back.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, want to talk about our wonderful sponsor, FitBod. Look, wherever you are in your fitness journey,
Maybe you made goals and you hadn't hit them. Maybe life was busy. You hadn't thought of goals you wanted to make.
or maybe
Whatever.
you've been on a journey and you're
Sure.
actually doing fitness throughout the year. I love FitBod because they build a workout plan based on what materials you have, what equipment you have, and where you are in your journey and your progress.
What you can do.
So I was like in a bit of an exercise rut. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to join a gym right now. I really don't. I don't want to drive to a gym and do this. I want to do a workout that I can do
At home.
off my phone at home. And so FitBod Perfect, the app is so easy to use. They tailor make these great workouts for you with the stuff that you have. And so maybe you have some dumbbells, maybe you have a kettlebell, maybe you have resistance bands, whatever you got, they will help you do it the right way, show you the exercise the right way. And to me, it's been
it's been so fun because they track your progress in a good way.
But also, like the thing you were saying about like kind of finding yourself like in a rut, or like the stuff you were doing like wasn't enough. That happens for people who like work out a lot too.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I just do 30 minutes on the elliptical and then I do bis and tris or
change it
whatever.
up. You gotta change it up.
And
Yeah.
you kind of like plateau. They help you with that because Fitbod's powerful technology understands your strength training ability, studies your past workouts, and adapts your available gym equipment. So you can keep your gym sessions fresh and fun by mixing up your
So
workouts.
if you go to a gym and you actually belong to a gym, you can actually use Fitbod's workouts.
100%.
to do
Take
that,
it there
which
with
is
you as
amazing.
well. It's
Yeah, of
awesome.
course.
Wherever you are on your fitness journey, get the most out of every workout with Fitbod. You can get 20% off your subscription at fitbod.me/DPT. Guys, it's 20% off, and it's FITBOD.me/DPT.
Do it. So summertime is here, and we're all
is.
sort of figuring out ways that we can just get out and move
Have fun.
around, have fun, and get places and experience really cool things. And I know, Dan, you're having the best time
Dude,
with your brand
you have
new
no idea.
electric e-bike. You love it so much. And
Tell them how you're using it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm using it in my dreams
Okay.
and real life at my cabin in Wisconsin.
Amazing.
Okay, first of all, it is so light. I
Yeah.
easily got it in the car and got it up
Foldable,
there.
foldable?
Some of them can. The
Yeah.
model that I haven't doesn't, but I always tell people about that one.
You can
because
get
it's
the
so
foldable one
great.
too,
yeah.
yeah.
You can add on like an extra seat onto it, so you can have somebody ride in the back. You can add
Amazing.
baskets to it. You can get a great I have a great I ordered a great like cell phone holder. I
Great.
upgraded because we're up in the cabin at the woods. I upgraded the headlight for
Great.
it. The
Brilliant.
one that comes on it though is awesome. Like that might have been a little bit of overkill, but you never know with these deer
Thank
up at
you.
the up
and
at
you
the
might be
cabin.
going fast, Dan.
Dude, so the
Truck.
way it works, right, is like if you're on like the 0 setting, you're pedaling more to keep the motor generated, and then you can go up to the 5 setting to where you don't do anything except turn the throttle. And yeah, you can go. I'm going over like 20 miles an hour.
Yep.
The batteries, and you can also add an extra one.
Nice.
But even the one they did like 2 weeks without me having to recharge it.
Amazing.
It really is just like,
It's a game changer. It's
you know what it
life-changing.
is? It is one of those things where I was like, I'm glad I waited because I got electric, but I'm like, why did my family not have one of these?
Yeah.
So much, like everything is so much more
If
fun.
you
So,
need to
like,
run to the store to get something right away,
dude, there's
you're like,
even
I got
like
it.
taking stuff
Go down to the lake and back.
going for a ride. And you know what else is really cool? My aunt and uncle in their 60s, they, as soon as I went for a first run, they both hopped on it
I
and
love
went
it.
for runs.
I love it.
Aunt Connie didn't come back for like 10 minutes. We're like,
She
where
may-
did you go?
She may never come
gone.
back.
But you know, at first they were like, okay, how does this work?
Yeah.
But instantly on it and
yeah.
loving it.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to tell you about
Oh,
the
they're
X.
so great.
the XP
They really are
3.0.
great. Worth every penny.
Amazing. Most popular e-bike in the industry, newly reimagined, starting at $999, 28 mile per hour top speed, which
Yep.
is trucking.
Yep.
New hydraulic brakes for smoother stopping experience. Look, they have all types of bikes for you, as Dan mentioned, the kind that fold, the kind that you can keep adding details.
You want to
and
zip
things
around,
onto.
you want to have a little fun. That XP is perfect. If you've got like a family or stuff you want to like take around and do
Hauling
grocery
around.
stuff,
Add a cargo basket.
The cargo expedition series
amazing.
that's what I have. It is so great.
So tell them what to do,
450
Rand.
pounds. So I will tell you guys what to do. Rediscover your independence this summer with an XP 3.0 from Electric. You visit electricebikes.com to learn more and explore these epic models Electric has to offer. That's Electric, Lectric, ebikes.com.
You will love it.
Yeah.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
All right, so I've got the final story. I'm going to bring us home. You ready? You guys ready? Sent in by Jake Groney, at Jake Groney, Gronie.
What's up, Jake? Jakey G.
Love Jake. British man who went missing in Kenya found in pub after 4 days. Why would you not check there?
That's
check
where
the
you
pub.
check, guys. #1 spot.
British man goes missing. Check all the pubs.
Check the
That's my
pubs.
first thing.
They love to drink.
They love to
Where's
drink.
the last place you saw him?
It's a famous thing about them. They love to drink.
And you know what? And they famously and beautifully fulfill that prophecy.
But was
as
he drinking there for 4 days?
a British man who was missing for 4 days has been found drinking in a pub. Well, that is the question.
So
What's
wait,
the whole
so
time?
I think more people are found missing because of how connected we are with cell phones and with, like, I think back in the day, guy we don't hear from 3 or 4 days, no one's worried until it becomes 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Like now,
I mean, this is like Devil in the White City. It just used to be like people who left the rural communities and went into the city to go. You understood when they left. You just may never hear from them.
Right.
again.
And we don't
something may
assume-
happen, and you'll never know, and you just live the rest of your life
Till
going,
they
I
pop
think
up
they
on
died, or
OnlyFans.
maybe they went and lived a whole new life. But now, yes, there's a lot more connectivity.
So I
For better and worse.
Randy and I on 4th of July went to our cousin's house down in Mission Viejo, and it was so fun and so sweet. Right before the fireworks happened.
Right before the fireworks. So like the thing we're building towards, and they
And my wife and my daughter and my son and Randy's whole family, or minus his daughter who's at camp, we're all there, and all these people are there excited to see the fireworks, which are right over their house. It's so great, so close. And someone's like, "Where's the dog?" The other dog. There's
one
two
of the
dogs.
2 dogs.
And we're like, I don't
Cannot
know.
find the dog anywhere.
this
so
is before,
now,
right before the fireworks. So you know this is going to freak them out if they're
So-
outside.
So now, yeah, then the fireworks start, and it's like, well, you're
loud.
never finding this dog.
You're like, you're never going to find this dog.
So we're running up and down the street, and we're walking around the
and
house.
it's like the scene from Boogie Nights where like the firecrackers are being
guys
thrown,
dropping
so, like,
firecrackers,
boom, boom, boom.
and we're running around panicked. And then like I stopped to watch the fireworks for like 30 seconds with my kids, but I also don't want to seem like I'm not caring about this dog that's missing, but I do want to watch fireworks.
By the way, postscript, we did find the dog. He was at a pub in Kenya.
which is so weird because that dog doesn't
And it
even
didn't take
drink.
us 4 fucking days.
Yeah.
He is an English bulldog. No,
But I like that he
We
wasn't
found him.
Kenyan.
He's an Irish setter. So obviously he's drunk.
obviously he was wasted. No, so we did find the dog, thankfully. But this is like, but it ruined.
It completely ruined the fireworks. And for an
I'm like,
hour
well,
and a
that's
half,
fine.
we all were like, this dog is gone.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gone.
like, I think an eagle flew down and picked it up.
Maybe.
That was my theory. Eagle
So
picked him up.
I'm gonna tell you this British man's name, and you're gonna be like, "This is the most British name I've ever heard in my entire life."
Okay.
Bartleby
Bottled drink.
Bartleby
Wait, everyone
McKenzie.
guess what his name is.
Bartleby
What do you
Is this
McKenzie.
fucked up?
Yeah, name.
Yes, of course
British
it-
people.
Yeah, come on, whatever.
Whatever.
Bartleby.
Bartleby McKenzie.
Can I guess, even though I know
I
that?
have to go last. Yeah, I have to go last.
Dan, you got one?
What's his
I
name?
mean, Rutherford, Scotchman.
I'm gonna say Anglo-Saxon.
You just got to commit.
All right, what's the British name that you're thinking?
Anything.
I'm gonna say William. William Buckletonsworth.
Love that.
I say Rupert Pendleton also might be
Very
so
good.
sorry, you guys.
Nelson Newberry. I mean,
Oh
come
my
on.
God. 2 streets in
Was
goddamn
since
London.
since Tuesday, the Briton had not been seen since heading out to get a SIM replacement card.
Oh, I see how this happened.
Yeah, I gotta get my SIM
Because
replacement.
his phone's not
couldn't.
working.
So
And then he got
No,
sidetracked. He got more sidetracked than
this
anyone
is
in
a
history.
dude who's like, from the minute he bought his new iPhone thing, he was having problems with it. Like he got a bum iPhone from the beginning.
No, they
and
gave
didn't-
me a bum.
Yeah.
All right.
What can I do?
Detectives from the Crime Research and Intelligence Bureau stormed a pub on the outskirts of Nairobi where they found Mr. Newberry sharing mugs of local beer. Why do you need to storm that pub?
Yeah.
Was that really necessary to like
We can
bust
walk
in the
through
door?
the door. We don't need to storm.
No, you storm a pub.
Why'd they think he was in Kenya?
The kid has been he's kid who reunited with his father who flew out to Kenya to meet his son. And I'm sure he was happy to outlay the money to do that.
Yeah.
In this day and age and in this economy. Yeah, he has also taken to the hospital for treatment. An image shared by Kenya's Directorate of Criminal Investigations appeared to show Mr. Newberry with some facial injuries. This would be, to me,
Gotta
a
fight.
great movie script. 4 days in Nairobi? Come on, I'd do that. A British citizen who's been missing since Tuesday has been found by detectives. Finally, our long national nightmare is over.
They
I
wrote
guess.
that?
No, that's what I say.
Oh,
The
God.
22-year-old man identified as Nelson Newberry was found at a local pub in Ituru.
Wait, he
this-
was in Kenya.
So this is my thing. I would love it if they found him and they did like a medical check on him and he has like 3 kidneys now.
Right, gone.
Like he's got an extra
I'm going to show you a
kidney.
picture of the kid who got found. So there he is with
In a
his dad.
Dior shirt?
In a Dior shirt, and his dad, and he has
No,
some
on the
facial.
right, that's just future aged Miles
Whoa.
Teller.
Ha.
Wait a second.
So he
you
is
know
kind
this
of
guy?
beaten up. Do you know him? Wait a minute.
what happened?
So something happened.
You gotta fight,
Like
right?
to me, what would be fucked up and awesome, this is what would make a good movie, is if he doesn't know what happens and he's got to figure out. It's like kind of the
Memento
African
meets The Hangover, yeah.
Right, exactly, right.
Solid.
So he was lost. No one checked all the pubs, maybe because they don't know where the pubs are in
Or
in
he
Kenya.
he got kidnapped, or something happened to him, and he broke free. And
Remember doing Moshe Kasher's show, and his friend talked about being kidnapped in like Mexico or somewhere like that. And it was, I mean, he talked.
escaped from being kidnapped and walked back to the
Like
road.
locked up abroad type stuff.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, he had no shoes and he walked like 50 miles. And I mean, it's insane. So maybe that happened to this kid, but they found him. How old? We'll get out of here on this.
Okay.
How old is Nelson Newberry?
That's the kid
You
on
already
the
saw
left.
the picture of him,
Yeah.
but how old do you
kid.
think he is?
18.
18? What do you think?
22.
24.
One of you is exactly right.
He's 22.
You think he's 22? You want to stay on
I say
24? Are
24.
you sticking on 18? Okay. Get your answers in, townies, because Nelson Newberry is 22 years old.
Oh, Daniel.
Do you like how I looked at her and it was his
Yeah.
thing?
I
like
had a
it.
feeling
I
it was
like
me
it.
the whole
You had a
time.
feeling it was that. So that is it. So I guess, listen, I mean,
Check the pub.
Check the pub.
Check the pub.
That should be
This
the
is what we
first
learned
thing.
today. Check the pub.
Check that pub for heat.
Check your followers.
Yeah.
And
Check to make sure that your husband isn't gonna like
Future husband,
Yeah,
yeah.
your future husband isn't gonna get rid of all your vegan options at your wedding.
Wild. That you're paying for.
that you're
There you go.
paying for.
That you're paying for.
That
There
was
you go.
a show.
That is a show. If you're in the fall, go see Hannah Einbinder on
Better.
tour. Go see Daniel on all the dates that he's
Go
doing.
see his
11/11,
taping in
baby.
Chicago. 11/11.
Taping in Chicago, 11/11. We're not going to forget that. And then come see us. We have a bunch of dates and stuff. We love you guys. And oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Peace.
Bye.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.